my friends, welcome to the Vitruvian Live. Today is Tuesday, May 14th. I'm feeling better than yesterday, that's for sure. So I'm still wondering if it is the medication. So 3 days without medication apparently gives me some kind of the effect of someone, well, trying to get off drugs. Maybe? I'm not sure. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but I'm feeling better. It's not perfect yet, but I'm I'm feeling way better than yesterday, that's for sure. So first of all, about yesterday's video about building the closet of IKEA. It's all tongue-in-cheek, of course. We are still happy together, Elisa and I. But still, it is an event. Apparently, it is an event for many people building IKEA furniture. I got some airmail, which is pretty cool. And it's always getting envelopes from faraway places, like in this case from Melbourne, Florida, is still cool. I'm almost 39 years old. I lived in the age where it was still normal to send letters, and I did some corresponding with people in the United States at that time. And when one of these letters arrived, it was just awesome. It was pretty cool, and I still feels the same. It just feels so cool to get something in the mail from so far away. It's way cooler than just an email, right? Now, this of course had to be sent to me because I won this. I think, if I'm correct, looking at the name on the address, it is what I think it is. So our good friend Carl, also known as N20 Games here on the channel, he had sadly enough an unsuccessful Kickstarter for his game that I talked about, the game called Don't Flip a Ninja. And so it didn't fund, but you can still buy it, I think, through the Game Crafter, or what site was it again? Yeah, I'm not sure anymore. I'm sorry. But anyway, you can still buy it if you want, and you should check it, right? Especially if you're living in the United States, it shouldn't be too expensive. If I want to buy it, it's pretty expensive. I did back it with shipping to Europe, though, because I wanted to help support him, and I wanted to play it on the channel. So who knows, I might still do it in the future, we'll see. So this was Don't Flip a Ninja. A cool thing is it's a personal message. Look at this one, it has my name on it. So it says, "Thank you so much for your support and participation in 10 Days of Ninja." So he did this thing on Board Game on Twitter, where he asked questions about ninjas, and every day you could answer the question, and he chose some winners of the participants in this thing. So it was a contest as well, and he says, "I hope this little token of our appreciation brings you a smile today. Thanks again." So it definitely brings me a smile today, and I got 3 signed cards of the game. And look, it's pretty cool. The artwork is quite fun to look at. Look, there we go, the samurai and the Oni card. So we'll see when I've got a good month financially. I always check at the end of the month how I'm doing financially, and then I'm deciding if I'm going to buy some games or not. Then I might still order it from you, Carl. Thank you for this. I'm going to put it with all my other promo cards and signed cards and stuff that I have here. I hope I can give them a better place in the future when my game room moves to the attic. And he also wrote a personal note that I was a great supporter and source of motivation. Thanks again. You're welcome, Carl. I'm just still a little bit sad for you that it didn't fund in the end, but I wish you all the best with your future projects. Anyway, now I already talked about 5 minutes about this. So let's go quickly over the games I played in the gaming marathon, the board gaming marathon that I did Saturday. Well, my board game club did so. Just quickly, just so you know what we played, there were a bunch of tables. I think there were 4 or 5 tables playing games. Well, the tables were not playing the games, the people sitting around the tables. Some heavier games were played, some lighter games were played. I was going for the lighter ones, and we started, I think we started with, we first played Coup, which is a game that I do have. This is a social deduction game. We played a 4-player, well, 3 4-player games, I think, of this. Each player has 2 cards in their hand with a roll on them, with a profession or whatever. And each roll has its own effect. If it's your turn, you're going to announce what you're doing, a roll. But of course, you might not have that roll in your hand. People can call you on it and say that you're lying. If they are correct, you lose one of your 2 cards. If they are wrong, they lose one of their cards. And so you're trying to get every player lose all their cards before you do. It was a 4-player game. You can play this in teams as well, which I did in the past, and I think I like it more in teams than with just 4 players playing for themselves. I lost terribly all 3 games of it. Then we went to, we had half an hour to spare because they were ordering food, so they wanted a quick game, and I brought Hare and Tortoise. Now I know I talked about this game a lot already in the past. This is an awesome game. It was in my top 20 of my top 100 games, maybe even top 15. I'm not sure yet, but oh, folks, this is a children's game, but this works with everyone. And again, Saturday wasn't an exception. Every time that I teach this game to someone that hasn't played this yet, they ask to play it again. I have never played one game of this game without playing at least a second one. I love this. This is a racing game, but you're trying. Well, you have in secret 1 or 2 animals that you want to win, or to get as high on the podium as possible. And by playing cards, you can manipulate how fast every creature is going to move. I love this game so much. Then we played, let's see, we still had some time to wait for someone who was coming before we played the bigger game. So we played Cards Against Humanity. I know, hate it or love it, it's it's not that popular, and many people were like, I don't really want to play this, what is this all about? We just told them the truth. It is a very political incorrect game. Just have a laugh and go for it. We did. We had some good laughs, and I know there are things that you should not be laughing with, but this one is, you just consider it a game, comedy, like stand-up comedy. Yeah, I think you should be able to laugh with things, even if they are very political incorrect, as long as it's just for fun and it is not to hurt people in real life. Okay, so Cards Against Humanity, we played a couple of those. Also, we played, let's see, I brought Inuit because I need to review this still, which I am planning to review this. And so this time I played with one of the 2 models in it. It was of course new for every player besides me. They liked it quite a bit, the game. Yeah, they liked it very much. So now I have to try one more module, and then we are going to show you what I think of it. But I need to have the chance to play it once more with the other module. Then we played Ricochet Robots, which I don't have. This is a game where you're trying to move each time you turn over a token with a symbol. It's a gridded board with 4 robots on there, and you have to get that color of robot to the right image on the board in as little moves as possible. So and there are some walls and the other robots, and so you're all watching, how can I go there, because they just move until they hit a wall or another thing, and then you only can go another direction. So you're trying to figure out how to get to the image as fast as possible. It's a game that makes your brain explode. I was lucky to have a good start, so I didn't end without a score, but I was definitely not great at it, and I was starting to get a headache after that one, so I decided to go back to something that I knew, and I introduced Fantasy Realms. I've shown this game also before a couple of times, and this one was again a very huge success. There was we played a 3-player game, and someone, not me sadly enough, scored the highest score that I encountered so far, so he did very well. And the other player ordered this game online. He bought this game as well. Oh man, this is such a smart game. Fantasy Realms, I love it. And then we also played a game of Mystic Vale. I hadn't played Mystic Vale, which is a card building game. So you start with a deck of 20 cards, which don't do that much. They have some abilities for giving you mana, or for giving you spoil, I think it's called. And during the game, you're using the mana to buy new cards, but the cards, they are transparent, and you slide them into a sleeve of your other cards, and they get more abilities that way. So they make bigger or more complete cards, and that way you're trying to get more mana, get better cards, and score victory points. We liked it quite a bit. It's a very interesting game, and I'm very curious to play with expansions this game. Really liked it quite a bit. So that was my those were the games that I played. So I didn't play any big games. I saw Wingspan being played, Coinbra being played. Oh man, there were many different games that people played and enjoyed. Apparently we had a good time. We were with around 20 people all the time. Some people went outside for a while. It was great weather, and they went to play some cups, I believe. So a bunch of different games that were played Saturday. It was very fun, and we're looking into it to doing this again in the future. For me, it was great to do it on a Saturday, because normally they gather on Tuesday evenings. So this evening, for example, but it's just way too late for me to get there and to be in bed on time for work. So that's it for today, folks. I know it's a longer episode. I had a lot to talk about. Again, Carl, thank you for the awesome cards with the handwritten letter. People should write more handwritten stuff as they used to in the past. And that's it for now, folks. Thanks again for being here, for being so awesome. Feel free to comment below in the comment section. Feel free to subscribe, to like, whatever, but just be as awesome as you already are. I'm not going to eat taco this Tuesday, although it is Taco Tuesday according to Deadpool, but I'm going to eat something else. Anyway, see you all, I guess, tomorrow. Bye-bye.